So you guys like, did you ever face Scherzer? I'll start there.
Yeah.
What was the first things? Come to mind when I say his name?
The ultimate competitor. Obviously, one of the best pitchers in my lifetime. He's dominated the game for 15 plus years now, and just has the ability to beat you in so many different ways. He reads swings well. I faced him as a starter. I faced him out of the bullpen in the playoffs. And you get the best of Max Scherzer whenever you see him. So one of the best pitchers in the last very long time.
When you watch, as a former catcher, their catchers rank pretty high, just on WAR and everything else. And I know people look at Kurt and they don't see a ball player, but obviously there's one in there. What stands out to you about what he's doing right now?
I mean, he not only is he a really good game caller, he blocks well, he throws well, really good receiver. You could tell he has a calmness about him out on the field, and he can hit. It may not be homers, it may not be, but he has a knack for finding the barrel. He's just a really, really talented, very good baseball player, very cerebral. I've always been a big fan of Alejandro Kirk from afar, and just does a lot of things the right way.
When you look at, I'm not saying it's almost like he's like Quan, though, a little bit at certain times where it's getting him out. There's not a lot of places to get him out.
There's not a whole lot of holes. He's going to take what you give him, and I think that there's only a few players in our game that truly do that, and we have one of them in Kwani, and he's not trying to do too much. He knows the situation. You watch, last night, two at-bats with runners scoring position, 2 outs. He's looking to get a base hit. He's not trying to drive the ball in the gap. He's not trying to hit it as hard or as far as he can. He's just trying to find outfield grass and got it done both times.
Everything come back good on Bieber and all the pitchers that threw.
Yeah, Bieber threw a bullpen yesterday. Felt really good. So he's very encouraged.
Saw Seawall out there. Everything go with him and Stefan as well.
Yeah, everybody that threw felt good, and Sobrowski threw today in Columbus. I haven't seen a report yet. I watched his outing, but haven't heard the report, but looked good.
Gavin, how would you describe him throwing a cutter, what it does to a hitter who's sitting on a 4-seam, essentially? What do those pitches do off each other?
Yeah, anytime pitchers have 2 or 3 fastballs, they have to make a decision, and it's not until late that you can really pick up which one it is. So when it's Gavin throwing 95 to 98 with cut or 4-seam or sink, you have to make a decision, and you have to make it early. So the cutter has just allowed him. Not only is it a great strike pitch, but the hitters they haven't said anything, but by their swings, they're telling us that they can't pick up what the cutter's doing. So it's moving late. It's getting just enough movement to miss barrels, and it's been a really nice pitch for him.
I know you're not in the minors, but you've been back and forth. How is the best way to read when a guy's ready or not ready? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we all can look at stats, we all look at stuff. I know it's different. I know you're up here. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I'm not an evaluator. You know what I mean? So we have people that's what they do, and to me, it's the swing quality. It's the swing decisions, the plays they're making in the outfield. Just the at-bat quality for me is really what it is. The numbers in the minor leagues sometimes can be skewed either way. So the stat line doesn't, just like here, the stat line doesn't tell the whole story. So it's looking at all the same things we look at with our players, and then making a decision on what's best for our team.
Would you expect to see Gavin continue with the delivery change he made against the Giants?
I would hope so. That was a great outing. But, I think we're always looking to help our guys get better. And then they're always making little tweaks to this for a different feel, for a different position, whatever it might be. But the way Gavin threw the ball in San Francisco, that was really encouraging. And he repeated a lot of his pitches really, really well. So it seems to be a good one right now.
Is it hard to convince a guy to do that in, 10, 12 starts into the season?
It's really hard, but what's beautiful about our players and Carl and the pitching team is there's such a huge level of trust that they've built through their relationship, and you don't find that everywhere. And that's what Carl and the rest of the pitching team do so, phenomenal here, is the players trust them. They know that they're not going to throw something at them that they can't handle, or not going to come up with an idea that is going to be detrimental to them. And Carl's been doing that in this game for a really long time, and Joe, Brad, and Caleb follow suit with Carl, and the relationships that our pitchers have with the pitching staff is special.
What have you thought of Angel playing second? And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I know he's had a couple plays where it's been close, but just what is your thoughts on it?
I think what Angel has done defensively this year is incredible. You know, he plays center field every day while Lane's out, and then he's playing second base and moving back and forth. It's really difficult to do. Throwing from two different arm angles, there's 20 different throws that he can make on any given night, depending on which position he's playing. He's had 2 plays in the last 3 games, or 2 games that have not gone his way, and so those are the ones we're going to talk about. We're not talking about the other every double play he's turned that's been right on the money. Angel has just been phenomenal for us defensively, and he's had some big hits, and I think Angel's going to be a really good player in this league for a long time.
Say about a hitter or his approach, or is it just, luck of the draw? I think Manzardo's got 5 first pitch home runs this season on his 12. Is that him going up there hunting a certain pitch or anything like that?
I think it's a byproduct of a lot of things, but Manzo's ready to hit, and when the pitch is where he wants it, when he gets it, he hasn't missed it very much. So, whether it's he's ready to go, I think that's really what it means. It's you better make a quality first pitch, or he's going to hit it hard.
First of all, I got to ask, the mustache, is yours better or Bieber's?
Beebs is probably better. He's been working on his a little longer than mine.
Stop it. I want you to stand up and say mine is better.
Mine's better.
It looks good. All right. We'll get to baseball. But what makes you wear it rocky? Because I can't rock one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really rock one either, but, when things aren't going your way, hitting the ball hard, not getting any hits, figured I'd change it up a little bit, and had a little success in Seattle and just been riding with it.
I'm glad you brought it up that way, because we were going back and forth on this show in a game last night about hard hit rate and getting hits. And Rick, the former player, is like, I don't care about hitting the ball hard. I just want to get hits. And as this game goes along, how do you just zero that out? Just go out and be Nolan Jones and not worry about all that crap?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, we get confidence from hitting the ball hard. And you go up there and, last night you got a pinch hit late. First pitch was on time for a heater, hit it hard. But at the end of the day, I want hits. Like, I'd rather break my bat and hit a single than line out in any situation. So I think that baseball knows and it balances itself out. And, I'm just kind of waiting for that balance.
All right, but you just said the word balance. And that's like in all of our lives, if we don't find balance, we can't find happiness almost. You've been able to hit the ball pretty well over the last month, and the numbers show it. And it's not. No one's looking at the hard hit rate anymore. So is that something you just erase now? You just go out and play?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really. I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but I'm not looking at numbers. I'm not looking at my hard hit rates. I'm judging each day off of my preparation. Was I prepared? How did my swing feel? And things of that nature. And I've been feeling really good. And like you said, I've been starting to get some hits and contributing to this offense, and that's my main goal.
You just said something. Main thing, getting on the fastball. Is that the prerequisite for you to know you're in a good place when you know you can get to the fastball? Because like I said, I remember we were in San Fran, and I remember we fouled the ball off both sides, and I was like, all right, that's different. Like when you can 97, you can foul this way, 96 go that way. Does that tell you what you need to know?
Yeah, I think for the last year and a half, I haven't really been able to stay in my backside, and it's been something I've been searching for a while, and it's something that allows you to be on multiple speeds, multiple locations, and be able to drive the ball all over the field. And I was playing Call of Duty on the off day and was sitting down too long, so I stood up and was kind of feeling for my backside a little bit, and felt like I really found it in that off day in Seattle. And ever since, I've felt like I've been able to stay on multiple different speeds and locations. And like you said, using the field, I'm someone who, a strength of mine is being able to drive the ball the other way. And when it's forced, it's hard to do. You're late on fastballs, out in front of off speed, chasing things. And so being able to have that adjustability in my swing, I think is something that's going to continue to benefit me.
Last thing. In my opinion, you guys haven't played your best baseball, and you're still in the thick of things. How much does that excite you guys that you guys know that there's better baseball in you and your pitching starting to really get going?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's no secret. I think that every guy in the clubhouse would say that we've been pretty bad. And, I think that like you said, we're starting to get it going. Pitching been really good. They've been good all year, but we need runs to win, and this offense getting going and things is gonna keep making baseball exciting. In the spot we're in, I mean, we're over 500, and we're I think we'd all agree we're playing bad baseball, but we're in it, and there's a lot of season left. I think that's the beautiful thing about baseball is. My mom called me the other day. She was like, yeah, and you're talking about my hitting. And she's like, you're not even halfway done the season. I was like, oh, my God. It's not exactly what I wanted to hear, but it's a beautiful thing that there's so many games and so much time to get going. And, Christian Yelich, I heard last year, said it takes a really long time to have a good season, but it takes a really long time to have a bad season too. And so I think that, looking at we're not even halfway there, not even halfway home and haven't played our best ball. So I think when that starts coming, it's going to be exciting.